The emergency shelter crisis is impacting every corner of Massachusetts. Right now, there are more than 800 families living in state-funded shelters here in western Massachusetts.
22 News anchor Taylor Knight sat down with the Biden administration's Secretary of Education about how issues at the southern border are impacting people 2,000 miles away in West Springfield.
The 22 News I-team first broke the story about migrants living here in West Springfield last summer. And now dozens of children in those families go to school here in the district.
How are we doing over here?
President Biden appointed U.S. Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona touring classrooms at West Springfield High School.
Now, what if you wanted to open up a business?
As the district deals with an influx of migrant students.
It's a challenge when, as a former school principal, I know when you have new students coming in, and especially students with a lot of need, it's really important that school meets their needs, but also gets the resources that it needs.
Last month, a bipartisan group of senators passed a $118 billion bill that would overhaul the country's immigration system, but it hasn't been taken up in the House yet. As this all plays out in Washington, the West Springfield School District is supporting about 150 students from migrant families. Cardona praising the work of the district leaders and teachers as he met a classroom full of newly arrived students.
When the children walk into the classroom, they're not aware of the political stuff. Let's just make sure that children are eating, that they're getting access to an education and stability. And West Springfield is doing that well. I'm proud of them.
According to Mayor Will Reichel, this does not come without challenges. One is the funding formula. The state reimburses the district about $100 per day per newly arriving student. That funding is determined by the number of newly arriving students in the district on October 1st. So if new students are enrolled after that date, they are not funded by the state. This is something that district leaders spoke with Cardona about.
They're certainly going to look into it and see how the funding formulas work and see how October 1st deadlines for aid can be adjusted so that we can recognize that when students move in, we have 30 students move in February per se, and we don't see that money until next year.
Superintendent Stefania Rashilla told 22 News that they're hoping for better communication on both a state and a federal level so they are more prepared for when these students arrive.
So I think one of the unique challenges is the timing. If we were prepared, if we knew when they were coming, it would help us get things in order and get the correct amount of teachers and programming needed to support them, as well as the SEL services and the counseling services that are required to support students.
Cardona says that he hopes to bring back what he learned at this roundtable and get more federal funding to help districts like West Springfield.
But I think it's really important that we continue to support, listen to, and try to find ways to support those communities like West Springfield that are having more than their fair share of new students, and just support them more, not only with funding, but with flexibilities on existing funds.
We have the full interview with Dr. Cardona up on our website, wwlp.com. Working for you in West Springfield, Taylor Knight, 22 News.